Hello and welcome to the very first Pigeon Tarot podcast. We're going to use this first podcast as kind of an introduction and to see what we can expect from future episodes, and then we'll change things as we need to. So my name is Shay. I'm the creator behind Pigeon Tarot. Most people just call me Pigeon. That's fine. And I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I started tarot doing free readings on Tumblr and doing daily tarot pulls with Tumblr and Instagram, and eventually moved into live streams on Twitch. And really have kind of used tarot as a way for me to reach out and connect with others. I'm someone who's a little bit more introverted. So this has kind of helped me get out there, right? And I want to continue to expand upon myself, my learning, and my involvement in this great tarot community. Each episode, I think we will focus on a specific theme or subject, and then we'll kind of change things. Again, we may revisit some topics. There's always going to be questions. And then I'll choose some questions, pull some cards, and then we're just going to kind of talk about the cards' meanings and take a deeper dive into this experience with tarot as our guide, right? In this episode, I kind of want to focus on what I'm doing here. And we're kind of trying to expand upon our journey, again, our learning, trying a new path, trying to find a different way of doing things, expanding ourselves. So I like that, finding our path. We'll start, let's just pull one card and see what message we have kind of like for the collective, or to kind of set the tone of the episode, right? We'll shuffle twice here. The first card we have is the Three of Wands. That is an absolutely perfect card, I think. That's a card about expanding beyond yourself, beyond the little world that you may be so used to. We're going to see what's out in the world, seeing how far we can reach. Where does everything that we have been learning and planning and preparing for, where does it all lead? The only way to find out is when we start taking some action. That's what we're doing here. We're taking some action, right? All right. I like it. So, let's see. I think we will continue. I'll try to find different questions that's going to relate to our theme. Maybe have y'all, if you're interested, submit some. So make sure you're following me. Pull cards, see where this discussion kind of leads us, see where this episode evolves into. I think this is a subject that we can all kind of relate. We all get to a point where we feel stuck in life, like we're no longer moving, progressing, expanding. And maybe we don't see all the allure of what the horizon has to offer us. So, what is next for us? What is next? And then let's see. I'm going to obviously give some fake names here for these questions I have. So they might be kind of fun. This one, we'll just go simple. This one we're going to call Z. Z has spent much of their time working to help others find their path, but they don't feel as though they've spent much time on themselves and finding their own way. So now they're at a point where they feel like they're failing in life. Hello. Their question, very simply, is, what should I be doing? I'll pull 3 cards, short and sweet. I'm not a big fan of the 3-card pool, but we'll do it here. The first one will focus on maybe the trajectory as things are going, as they stand, the current energy. The second question maybe our obstacle that the person is facing. And then the third is maybe the outcome, either that we hope to achieve or a card that can help us come to a better understanding of our situation, because we don't always get a final answer when it comes to tarot. Just suggestions, ideas, right? All right, so our 3 cards for Z. The 3 of Swords in reverse. Ooh. The World in reverse. And the 4 of Swords. Okay. We can see this in the position that Z is starting in with that reverse 3 of Swords. They may be very much focused on lost time, regrets that they didn't make, or the choices that they have made. Focusing on their past and how they didn't spend their time finding their own way. Whew, tough, okay? But if we're stuck on where we feel like we failed in the past, then we're going to have difficulties in finding success in the future, right? We're going to keep from continuing. They still have so much time to find their way. They're not at the end. As we see with the World in reverse, that world is still open. Our journey's not over. We may be having anxieties about where this journey is leading, but we're still able to be successful. It's not over. Z won't move further, though, until they won't move further if they think that they have already kind of lost at life. They may not be able to see that they still have so much room to move and grow. And what does it mean with that collective 3 of Wands? They need to see the world is open for exploration, okay? They just got to be willing to take a chance and put themselves out there and take some action. Success is not guaranteed, but you'll definitely fail if you don't try, right? Right? I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. All right, finally we have the 4 of Swords. And so maybe they just need to take some time to themselves. We said they were focusing on other people and helping other people. Take some time on yourself. Figure out who you are and what you want. Take this time, regain your composure, and then you can start really figuring out what it is that you want to go after, what it is that you want, okay? There's not one definitive answer, no one thing that you're meant to do, but you will do nothing, right? If you do not keep pushing yourself. So I think that's understandable there. You got to keep trying. Don't let yourself just roll over and give up. All right, the next question, who we will dub this person the quiet one because they said they were quiet. Quiet people aren't so willing to get out there and follow that 3 of Wands, right? So the quiet one, they find themselves in a position where they're kind of being forced to change up their life. Now, their concern is that they're old. They're not that old, okay? Hello, middle age. It's not as big a deal as you think it is. Their concern is that they are too old to start something new. You aren't that old. Hello. So I actually see that a lot, where someone has spent a whole lot of their life, like a decade of their life, focused on one path. And then when that path ends abruptly, they are completely lost, and then they worry about the challenges that may arise because, again, they feel like they're too old. You're not. You're not. Quit thinking that way. All right. So the quiet one wonders, should they take this chance? Should they restart their lives? Should they start over? It's easier to start over when you've at least kind of built a foundation for yourself. But if you don't have that, then it's more difficult, right? I apologize for that beeping. I was cooking, and that's the timer. Thank you. How unfortunate. All right. At least we were just shuffling. Our 3 cards here. The Page of Cups reverse, the 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Wands reverse. Where the quiet one is in their own feelings of fear and intimidation may interfere with making the difficult decision to move forward. They need to kind of dig deeper into their emotions, to kind of work out what it is that is making them hesitate. What are these emotions? What may be blocking us? Kind of determine what it is in their heart that they really want. I apologize again. So the Page of Cups, when it's in reverse, we can really be a little bit cut off from our emotions, cut off from what we want in life, not understanding these feelings. But we got to have some introspection here. We got to draw it out, What is the biggest thing that concerns us? Is it really that we think we're too old? Or are we still kind of heartbroken from the loss of whatever job or what it is, however their life changed? Are we heartbroken that things aren't the way that we thought they were going to work out? We have the 7 of Cups next. And the 7 of Cups, that can be a little bit more on the imaginative side. Use your imagination. We're dreaming, okay? But I think here they need to see that there are still many doorways that they can go through, that they can go towards, many paths. And there may not be one simple, this is the only way to go, right? You got to kind of figure that out. Try a different path. See if that's what works for you. Not every path is going to be something that is practical, and it may not be the best choice in the situation, but you've got to explore. And that's what we have, the 3 of Wands in the collective. You got to explore your world. If they don't explore their options now, then they may end up cutting themselves off from something that could work out to be really great. They got to follow their heart. Maybe do something a little crazy. Change things up. If we don't try now, then we may end up we may end up regretting that we never did. Just like the previous reading, you gotta try or you may regret not doing so. And then finally we have the 8 of Wands in reverse, which I don't really like 8 of Wands for forward movement when it's in reverse, right? But something's holding us up, and that may be, this is it. We have to change course. We have no other choice. And yeah, there's not a sure direct path or conclusion in this particular journey. But in order to get things going again, then this person, the quiet one, they've got to change things up. Bring this change. It is needed. All right, so when your path is not working, don't just stick in it stubbornly, like this is the only way we can go. We got to correct correct the course while we still have a chance. Okay, when we notice we're not going to get to where we want, notice we're not going to get the results we want, then we still have that choice to change things. Before maybe even we get to the point where we're forced to change things, right? Be open to change. It's not like you go to school, and we'll discuss that in the next question here. It's not like you go to school, graduate, get your job, and you're just going to be there for 50 years until you retire. I feel like that's becoming less common nowadays. So prepare yourself for the changes that life can bring. All right. Next question. We're going to call this person Pigpen because they stated that their life is kind of a mess. That's not meant to be mean, but I think it's kind of cute. I think it's a cute name, you know? So, they have been focusing on school. They haven't really had a job or anything like that, just school and trying to finish their degree. And they have now graduated and they're lost. You know, they graduated, they have no job, they have no direction. You know, sometimes we go to school and we expect that job's right there at the end of the path because, I don't know, we're led to believe that, but it's not so simple. And I've talked with many people about how much difficulties they have in finding a job. It's not guaranteed, unfortunately. So, anyways, now that they've left school and they don't have a job, they see that they're not even that interested in or excited about the degree that they have been working on. They have so many other interests that they would rather follow. So now they just want to focus on something that excites them. You know, their question is, now what? Probably not the answer that you want to hear. Now what? Why did you go to school? Shuffle, shuffle. All right. The cards we have are Justice, the King of Swords in reverse, ooh, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. You know, I talk to so many people, they don't like the Justice card that much because they find it boring and they would rather not find any kind of balance, or, you know, I relate Justice to balance. There are so many cards in tarot that are about balance, but like that's kind of, when I say balance, that's what comes to mind for me. The boring kind of balance that we have to have. Okay. Sorry, kind of went off there. The cards, Justice, King of Swords reverse, and the Three of Pentacles. So, again, why did we put all this time and money into this degree if we aren't going to utilize it? Hello. Why? Where is all that knowledge going to go if we don't use it? And again, you know, we leave school, we think we're going to find this perfect job, but let me tell you, no job is perfect. Jobs revolve around work and they revolve around stress. You're not meant to be spending every day just relaxing and having fun and laughing. And yeah, we can have a fun work environment, but there's still work that has to be done. There's still jobs that have to be taken care of. So yes, Justice, boring old Justice, very simply, this person needs to find balance in their life, and sometimes it's boring. It's not the exciting expedition that we want to go on, but we have to do it. We have to find security. We have to find stability. We have to find balance first before we can go and have fun. Balance is boring, but you got to do it, okay? The King of Swords reversed. And that's going to be surrounding their own mindset. Those swords are all about our thinking. And when we're in reverse, we may not be thinking most logically here. So it could keep us from finding something successful. We've got a king, so you got to be in charge. You got to step up. You got to be the responsible, boring adult. You got to be the responsible one. Do things that may not be so fun, because logically, that is what you need to do. You have worked, you have started this journey, you have taken the steps to set yourself up to find success. So changing that course in this situation with these cards, it may not be what is best. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. That's a working card for me. Putting yourselves into the working world. This is going to help you figure out what it is that you're strong in, what you need to work on. And it's going to help you learn more skills. This is going to help you find your place. Taking this job that you don't want to take, you know, you need to gain experience, you need to build up the skills, you need to find your niche. So even though it's not exciting, you got to start somewhere. We got to build up that foundation, as we said. Get the job that you've been working towards. Once you find stability, then it's time to go and have some fun. Do the things that interest you. But we have to have the money. We got to have the financial stability. So I think we can all take from that, we have a responsibility to ourselves. We are the one that has to provide for ourselves, and we have to put a lot of effort into building up our own career all by ourselves. It's adulting. It's not fun, but you got to take those steps. You got to start somewhere. Whew. All right, before we get too bored out of our minds from all that work talk, I think we'll end it there. We see that finding our path in life is not simple, and it doesn't always have a simple solution. But if you're not taking any effort, if you're not making any action, then you're going to be stuck, right? And then you may regret that you didn't try something sooner. Whew, my goodness. I hope that you guys have enjoyed listening. Maybe think of your own ways that you can kind of change things up. Do something that you've always wanted to do but never had the guts to do. Again, that's what I'm doing here. I guess I haven't always wanted to do a podcast, but it's something new to try, adventure into. Don't be afraid to explore, right? And if you would like to have one of your readings on the podcast in the future, then absolutely follow me on my platforms. Again, we have Twitch, we have Tumblr, we have, we even have some YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, where I do tarot journaling if you're interested in that. That's something I just started. Make sure you're following me, and then I'll open up and I'll have a chance for my followers to submit their own questions. Again, we can do this anonymously, and that is perfectly fine, But thank you so much for giving a listen, and again, we'll see how this evolves, see if people are interested. I enjoy talking about interpretations and learning new ways of viewing the cards, making my own associations. I love talking about it, so if you want to reach out to me, that's good as well. And again, just thank you for listening, thank you for joining me, and I look forward to more in the future.